आज की जो वीडियो है उसका नाम है पाकिस्तान्स रियल कल्चर कैपिटल इज़ अ सरप्राइज। आप देख रहे हैं रिएक्शन चेक। सलाम नमस्ते, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर क्लिकिंग ऑन दिस वीडियो। एज ऑलवेज वेलकम टू रिएक्शन चेक। बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया इस वीडियो पे क्लिक करने का। अगर आप पहली बार इस वीडियो पे हैं तो वेलकम टू द चैनल। मैं तकरीबन हर रोज़ ही वीडियो अपलोड करता हूँ और आज की जो वीडियो है वो ट्रैवल के बारे में है। सफ़रनामे की तरह उसको आप ले सकते हैं। एक सफ़रनामा है जो एक खातून है जो पाकिस्तान में काफ़ी अरसे से रह रही हैं और वो ट्रैवल लॉग्स बना रही हैं और काफ़ी सारे लोग और यूट्यूब का रुझान जो है पाकिस्तान में बढ़ता जा रहा है और काफ़ी सारे लोग जो हैं वो यूट्यूब की तरफ जा रहे हैं और यूट्यूब का कंटेंट बना रहे हैं और मोस्टली जो लोग हैं वो ट्रैवल करते हैं पाकिस्तान के मुख्तलिफ़ इलाकों में। और चूँकि मेरी मेजॉरिटी ऑफ द ऑडियंस जो मेरी है वो हिंदुस्तान से हैं, तो उन्होंने काफ़ी सारे लोगों ने मुझे रिक्वेस्ट की कुछ अर्सा पहले कि यार आप पाकिस्तान भी हमें दिखाएं, पर अनफॉर्चुनेटली मेरे पास कुछ ऐसी वीडियोज़ नहीं थी। वीडियोज़ ये रिएक्शन वीडियोज़ करने का मकसद ये है कि आप मेरा रिएक्शन देख सकें एंड जो ये खातून है वो भी पाकिस्तान पहली बार एक्सप्लोर कर रही हैं, तो मैं इनका रिएक्शन देखो, इनकी आंखों के ज़रिए मैं पाकिस्तान को एक्सप्लोर करूँगा एंड वी कैन एक्चुअली डू द सेम थिंग विद ऑल दीज वीडियोज़। ये जो है खातून काफ़ी अर्से से पाकिस्तान ट्रैवल कर रही हैं और मुख्तलिफ़ जगहों पे गई हैं, तो मैंने सोचा कि इनकी वीडियोज़ पे रिएक्शन किया जाए, वो बेहतर है क्योंकि ये भी फॉरेनर है और ये भी पहली बार वो चीज़ें देख रही हैं। और चूँकि मैं सारा पाकिस्तान तो नहीं घूमा, लेकिन जिन जगहों पर ये खातून जा रही हैं वहाँ पर लाजमी है कि मुझे ऐसी कुछ चीज़ें नज़र आएंगी जिनके बारे में मुझे ज़्यादा मालूमात नहीं है। तो आपको भी लगता है इस वीडियो से कुछ ना कुछ फ़ायदा होने वाला है, तो चलिए वीडियो देखते हैं और उसके बाद बात करते हैं इसके बारे में।
Hey guys, it may look like I'm just mucking about in the mud, but really, I bring you a vlog that's the first of its kind. The vlog where I explore everything that makes Pakistanis proud, their traditions, their heritage, and their arts, right here in the heart of Sindh.
I really need to do that with my drone. I really like your shots.
You'll never believe where I am right now. I mean, even for me, it's a surprise to see. So this place looks pretty industrial, it's a bit rough and dusty, right? But this is actually the very spot where many of Pakistan's favorite and loveliest accessories are made. Yep, I am at a glass bangle factory here in Hyderabad. And I'm going to show you guys how glass bangles are made from start to finish. Shall we go and check it out? Chalo.
It all starts with this, heaps of discarded glass, which are recycled in this very facility, and nothing is left. Not a single shard is left.
Wow.
All that glass is thrown into giant ovens and melted, piece by piece, until it becomes this stream of molten lava and glass, fiery red and looking pretty dangerous. All of this is then shaped into circles.
These are the freshly baked bangles. Literally, they are straight out of the oven. You know, they may not be painted or colorful just yet, but this is the original thing. This is how it all begins.
These baby bangles are then shaped properly and separated.
काफ़ी डेलिकेट काम है ये मेरे ख्याल से, क्योंकि टूट भी सकती हैं, क्योंकि आप देख रहे हैं they are so experienced.
This is not the end of the process, however. Afterwards, they are transported to a special facility where they will be decorated.
So Hyderabad is in the
in all
Sindh
the vibrant
region.
colors that you see in the final product.
We finally got here. We finally got to the place where these bangles are all put together and colored and then distributed to shops, not just here in Hyderabad, but pretty much all over the country. And this is what you find here. Wait, this is so heavy. What if I put them all on? I hope this gave you a better idea of how these amazing glass bangles are made right here in Hyderabad. But as beautiful as these glass bangles are, that is not the whole picture. And right now I'm gonna take you on a slightly different kind of arts trip. We're gonna check out the Adrak.
Like I said, Hyderabad is in the Sindh region of Pakistan.
Is there anything more Sindhi than the Sindhi Adrak? I mean, these beautiful patterns and this beautiful print is famous pretty much all across the world, and it is from right here in Sindh. I want to show you today how the Adrak is actually made, because the process is pretty incredible and eye-opening.
And here we are at the Latif Adrak Center, and these are the stamps, all handmade. This is where it all begins. These stamps are the things that the artists use to create intricate patterns on all the Adraks that you see in the markets. And yes, all of them are made by hand, step by step, one step by another intricate step. The entire process takes about 40 days to complete. Would you believe that? So much work goes into a single Adrak.
All the dyes that are used in this process are natural, and this may look like a piece of coal or something like that, but actually this is indigo stone. I mean, that's what we've just called it now. It's probably called something completely different. But this, when liquefied, is what gives the Adraks, some Adraks, their blue color. Who would have thought?
Eventually, they are all hand-dyed in different colors, with the indigo stone or with other colors. All natural dyes, and then dried out in the sun until they become just like this.
Nice. Look at the patterns.
This is the final product. This is what they actually look like once they're made. And look at this. They just come in all these incredible, vibrant colors.
I love the blue one.
I'm not sure which one I want. I want to get all of these actually. Blue.
Blue is my,
the traditional red.
color.
Then there's this black one with a dancing girl. It's pretty amazing. Beautiful, no? So these are actually made out of cotton. So this is the very traditional Adrak. You know what? I think I'm gonna splurge here, to be honest. This all looks so beautiful. I'm gonna get some gifts for my family.
And so, equipped with about 10 new Adraks and a ton of new knowledge about how they are actually made, I was ready to move on to the next piece of craft here in Sindh.
The incredible thing that I just simply did not expect of Sindh is that right here in this small area around Peecha and around Hala, this is where you find so many of these traditional crafts and people who in tiny little warehouses make various traditional things by hand. Everything here is made by hand. This is pretty cool. The Char Pie is basically like a traditional Pakistani casual bed that you find in all parts of the country, north to south, east to west, everywhere. And this, apparently, is where they're made.
And here it is.
Wow.
Probably my favorite kind of craftsmanship. Why? Because it reminds me of my grandfather, who also was a carpenter. And whenever I looked at his work, I felt it was like magic. Creating a piece of art, something functional out of nothing. Carving out a piece of wood to create a sculpture. And painting it, carving it out, sculpting it in all different ways until it becomes almost unrecognizable. Like a magic trick that you'd use on a child, where you don't even know how fast the magic is happening until it's right there in front of you, something that had never existed before.
Nice.
This is the final product. This is what actually comes out as if a piece of magic peeled out of nowhere. I'm not really sure how this uncle made it happen, but he did. And look, we're getting some pictures. Wow. You made this? He made this. Look at this. That's amazing. Oh, look, and this is Uncle sitting on this beautiful swing that he made himself. Khubsurat. Bahut khubsurat. I want one of these. Can I get one of these? I would like one of these as well. Khubsurat. It's the only word I have for it.
I had so much respect for these artists and these craftsmen right here in Sindh, and I was still only halfway through my journey. Well, needless to say, they inspired me to create some of my own craft, right there with a cup of chai and enabled by Jazz Super 4G, creating vlogs for Facebook and YouTube for you all to see and join in the art of Pakistan.
Our arts extravaganza today is not yet over. There's a lot more that I want to show you. And so, my next stop is a place that specializes in making kashi pottery. But before I tell you all about kashi pottery and all the theory behind it, let me show you how it's actually made in practice. Chalo.
The process of how pottery is made has fascinated me for years because it starts with a brick of clay. That's it. A brick of clay on a rotating wheel. And a human hand that shapes it into something that is completely new. Something that does not in any way resemble what we knew that clay to be before. Something that becomes an ornate sculpture. It happens so quickly we don't even see it happening. Yeah, that's why I'm playing it in super speed mode for you. But this is how it happens, in the skilled hands of someone who has practiced this labor for years. Not like me. Although, of course, I wanted to try, but this is where it all started to go wrong. My first lesson, don't touch the water. And my second lesson, pay a bit more attention to your teacher, who clearly knows what he is doing, while you do not.
Crazy.
I tried, okay, and the first attempt failed. That's fine. I thought, we can do it again. So, I listened. I paid more attention, so I tried again. And as I put my hands to the work and tried to create something that had never existed before, I failed again. So I thought, okay, let's give this one more chance, the third try. Was I gonna pull it off?
I don't think so. Oh.
I guess. Something was created. Once shaped, these pots are all shoved into a big oven where they are baked. After that, once they are dry, they will be painted by master painters.
It's not just vases and plates though. There's pretty much everything from cups to little plates to pots of tea. In Sindhi, this is called kashi pottery, which basically means blue art. And that's actually no coincidence. 4,500 years ago, in the Indus Valley civilization, which used to reign in these regions, that's the color that people preferred to use for their decoration, for their own fashion and their own style. And it's pretty amazing actually to think that still today, in 2019, 4,500 years later, this color is being used to decorate people's homes. That's actually kind of mind-blowing.
I want to dedicate this vlog to all the artists whose hard work, blood, sweat and tears go into the making of Pakistan's heritage and Pakistan's tradition. All these people who behind the scenes work relentlessly to bring us all the beauty that we know to exist. Shukriya.
Nice. Very nice. तो जैसे कि आप लोगों ने मेरे साथ ये देखा, अक्सर लोग कमेंट करते हैं मेरी इन सब वीडियोस पे, जब कभी भी पाकिस्तान और इंडिया की बात आती है तो काफ़ी सारे लोग बात करते हैं कि देयर इज़ नो कंपैरिजन बिटवीन इंडिया एंड पाकिस्तान. येस, इट इज़ ट्रू. इकोनॉमी, इंडियन इकोनॉमी इज़ रियली बूस्टिंग. इंडियन कल्चर, द करंट कल्चर इज़ वेरी डिफरेंट. और जिस तरह से लोग हैं, यू नो, वेस्टर्नाइज हो रहे हैं, काफ़ी सारी टेक्नोलॉजीज आ रही हैं, बिलियनियर्स बन रहे हैं इंडिया में. दैट इज़ एब्सोल्युटली अमेजिंग. nobody is denying that. But a lot of times जब लोग comment करते हैं नीचे वीडियोस पे, वो कहते हैं कि पाकिस्तान और इंडिया बिल्कुल अलग मुल्क हैं, यू नो, सिविलाइजेशन और कल्चरली बहुत मुख्तलिफ है. मैं ये बात मैं समझता हूँ कि ये सही नहीं है. पाकिस्तान, इंडिया जो है वो इंडस वैली सिविलाइजेशन और जो thousands of years of history that Indians actually share with this region, Pakistani people share exactly the same thing. और जहाँ पे आपको आर्टिस्टों की बात याद आती है, मुख्तलिफ़ जगहों पे आपको आर्टिस्ट नज़र आते हैं जो अपनी कल्चरल हेरिटेज को बरकरार रखते हैं, सदियों तक उनको चलाते हैं, सदियों तक ये आर्टिस्ट और ये आर्ट जो है ज़िंदा रहेगा. और शायद यही आर्ट जो है, आर्ट की वजह से हम एक दूसरे की पहचान बने रहेंगे और एक दूसरे से रिलेट कर सकेंगे कि यार हमारे यहाँ भी सिंध है, सिंध में ऐसी चीज़ें बनती हैं, तुम्हारे यहाँ भी बनती है. तो दीज आर सम ऑफ द कॉमन थिंग्स विद दैट डू नॉट सी एनी रिलीजन और डू नॉट सी एनी पॉलिटिकल इंटरफियरेंस. ये आर्ट है और शायद इसी वजह से आर्ट की बहुत अहमियत है हमारी ज़िंदगी में, क्योंकि आर्ट जो है कभी डिफ्रेंशिएट नहीं करता लोगों को. आर्ट इज़ ऑलवेज समथिंग दैट यू अप्रिशिएट. इट्स नॉट समथिंग दैट यू कैन से कि यार यहाँ से बेहतर है, वहाँ से बेहतर है. आर्ट की कोई ज़बान, आर्ट की कोई सरहद या कोई मुल्क नहीं है आर्ट का. हमेशा की तरह बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया मेरे साथ ये वीडियो देखने का. अगर आपको ये वीडियो अच्छी लगी तो सब्सक्राइब का बटन दबाइए, और अगर आपने कुछ और वीडियोस देखनी है तो मेरे आसपास आपको कुछ और वीडियोस नज़र आ जाएंगी. उन वीडियोस को भी देख लीजिए और लाइक का बटन दबाइए और मुझे बताइए कि आपको कैसी लगी. सलाम, टाटा, गुड बाय एंड आडियोस.